Hello everyone, welcome back to my class on linguistics. In today's class, we shall be discussing about Indian explorations in linguistics. Now, if you take any language, it is the literature that is first developed and then comes the grammar for a better understanding of the language. So grammar literally means to analyze the language. Thus, a language is clearly understood when you understand the relationship between the sentences, the relationship between the words, as well as when you know the origin of words. So, grammar helps you to understand the language better. Now, let us discuss about a few Indian grammarians. The first being Panini. Panini was a Sanskrit philologist. Who is a philologist? A philologist is a person who studies the oral as well as written texts, as well as the origin of words. So he was a philologist. He was a grammarian as well as a scholar of ancient India. Now his works were discovered and published by European scholars in the 19th century. And after that, he was known as the father of linguistics. He is supposed to have lived in the northwest Indian subcontinent, somewhere near northwest Pakistan. Yes. His notable work is Ashtadhyayi. Okay, and this work attracted commentaries from various scholars. The most famous being Patanjali's Mahabhashya. Scholars from other religions, for example Buddhism, also commented on this work. Now, one of his important contributions is the analysis of noun compounding, how to form compound nouns. And this forms the basis of linguistic theories of compounding in Indian languages. What do you mean by noun compounding? Noun compounding means how two or more nouns come together to form a new word. Now, the meaning of the new word may be entirely different from that of its components or will carry the meanings of the components. Okay, so he gave a scientific theory of grammar, and that is how the classical Sanskrit began. He is also supposed to have done a morphological analysis of the Sanskrit language, and that is it is more advanced than the Western theory before the 20th century. So his grammar was complete, it was concise, and it was comprehensive. He's the one who gave a theoretical analysis of the Sanskrit language, and that is how Sanskrit became one of the preeminent Indian languages. And his grammar, his analysis of grammar, greatly influenced the Western grammatical theory, because Western theory, grammatical theory, was not so advanced during that time. So it was Panini's grammar that provided a model for even Bloomfield's grammar. Okay, Bloomfield, the most famous or a very famous linguist, Western linguist. Okay. Now he based his grammar on the language Bhasha that was spoken during his time. And the grammar consists of four components. One is Ashtadhyayi. This contains 4,000 grammatical rules. And then the Shiva Sutra, which is an inventory of phonological segments, which means it tells us about the speech mechanism. For example, how vowels are produced, all of us know that vowels are produced when air escapes freely through our air passage without any constriction. So those sounds where the air escapes freely or the air can flow freely without any constriction, those sounds are known as vowels. And when there is a constriction in the production of sounds, it is known as a consonant. And we have all studied about the nasal sounds, how nasal sounds are produced when sound passes through, or yes, the air passes through our nose instead of our mouth. Those sounds are known as the nasal sounds. You know what plosives are, what fricatives are. All these we have learned in linguistics, but you should understand that Panini talked about all these before the Western grammatical theory developed. So that is the importance of Panini's grammar. And moving on to Dhatupada, that is a list of 2000 verbal roots, the root form of verbs, as well as their subclassification. Then he talked about Ganapada, which is an inventory of lexical items. What do you mean by lexical items? It means words and the various rules that these words are subjected to. For example, if it is with the singular, how will it be used? With the plural, how will it be used? So all that was told in Ganapada. Now, the result of laying down a grammatical theory for Sanskrit is that Sanskrit became one of the preeminent Indian languages of learning and literature for 2 millenniums. As I've already told you, his morphological analysis was more advanced than that of any equivalent Western theory before the 20th century. And his work was both generative and descriptive. It was descriptive because it described the language that was prevalent during that time. It was also generative in the sense that it gave us a model of how to generate different types of sentences of the same type. So it was both generative and descriptive. Now, the most important terms that you should learn are Karaka and Vibhakti. Now, I thought that before we do the theoretical aspects of Karaka and Vibhakti, I will explain what these terms are with a few examples so that you will have a better understanding of it when we look at the theoretical part of it. Let's first talk about Vibhakti. Now, let's take a sentence like Rama killed Ravana with an arrow. Rama killed Ravana with an arrow. Now, in English language, the word order is very important. Okay, so Rama killed Ravana with an arrow can only be written in this order. You cannot change the word order. I cannot write Ravana first and then it will mean Ravana killed Rama with an arrow. Is it true? It is mythologically incorrect. But then that is not the case with other Indian languages. For example, let's take the same sentence. Okay, in Hindi, it will be Raman, राम ने रावण को बाण से मारा. Right? Now, I can also rewrite the sentence. I can bring Ravana first and then it becomes Ravan ko Ram ne bhaan se mara. So see, the word order is not so very important in Indian languages. For example, Hindi, Marathi, Malayalam. and even Sanskrit. Okay, so you see, grammar in these languages, especially in Sanskrit, is much more flexible than that of English. Now, the same sentence I can write in Malayalam like Raman, Ravanane, അമ്പെയ്തു കൊന്നു. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം, രാവണനെ രാമൻ അമ്പെയ്തു കൊന്നു. See, I could change it in both ways and the meaning did not change. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that in Indian languages, the cases, whether it is the subject or whether it is the object, okay, all these are there in the words itself. Okay, so even if you change the word order, it will not bring about much change. For example, the sentence Raman, so you have in there a suffix there to show that it is the doer of the action. Ravanane, so you have the suffix ne there to show that the action is done on Ravan. Okay, so these suffixes, okay, which show the case endings, whether it is the doer, whether it is the object, and so on, okay, or whether it is the preposition. So all these are shown in the words itself. So these suffixes used with noun, pronoun or adjectives to indicate case endings are known as vibhakti. I hope it is clear to you. The same sentence that if we take Ram ne Ravan ko baan se mara. Okay, so Ram ne, there is a ne there, Ram ko there, as well as baan se there. Okay, so these are suffixes which tell us the case endings and they are known as vibhakti. I hope that is clear to you.